Hello everyone, it's Stephanie, your CSA coach, and it is week 13A of our CSA shares for the 2024 season. Two quick announcements. The cookbook swap is still happening. So during pickup on Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's cookbooks out. If you have old cookbooks at home that you no longer use, you can bring them and swap them, or just take a look at the table of what's there. Also, it's still bring a friend for $20 to the flower fields, so they can make their own bouquet just for $20. So keep that in mind if you have any friends that you think might enjoy coming to pick their own flowers in our flower fields. All right, jumping right into this week's share, I think all of this is repeat items depending on what we have. A couple different throughout the season, but I'm pretty sure we've had most except for one of the U picks so far this season. We have a watermelon. You could either pick yellow or red. Both are delicious. I've had both. We love them both. Super sweet. Store this in the fridge, so it's best if it's cold. You can slice it up and just enjoy it as a snack. Serve it alongside yogurt or something like cottage cheese for like a breakfast or a lunch. You can grill it. You can make a salad with it. So there's like cucumber and feta salad. There's also just, if you grill it, you can do like a grilled watermelon over arugula or even our salad greens. We have melon, cantaloupe, same idea, store it in the fridge. It's super sweet. Slice it up, eat it just as a snack alongside your yogurt or your cottage cheese, or just literally as a side. Most of the time for any of the fruit we get in our shares, I just slice it up, put it on the table, and then my boys walk by and kind of grab it, or we have it before dinner as a snack or after dinner as a snack. You can make parfaits, so think about making your own granola or buying some healthy granola and doing a parfait with our fresh fruit. You can also grill this, or you could even like roast them. I just feel like fresh is delicious, so we kind of leave it as is, but store it in the fridge for that as well. We got to pick your own shishitos. 1 in 10 or 1 in 5, depending on the season and the variety of plant, are spicy. I roasted a big batch, I think it was last week, just as a side. You can grill these, you can roast them, you can throw them into stir fries, but we just had them simply roasted as a side, and I don't remember what we served them with, but I got a spicy one and my one son got a spicy one. So we had 2 spicies within a pretty large batch of roasted. Those get stored in the fridge. So you can either store them just like that, or in a plastic bag, or a Ziploc bag, or like a Debbie Meyer green bag. We have sweet onions. Sweet onions get stored in a cool, dry place, away from our potatoes. We can eat them raw. We can slice them thin and throw them on top of salads. We can roast them, add them to sheet pan meals, we have lots of peppers, so you could do the sheet pan fajitas. Grill packets. You can do a whole roasted onion, so lots of options there, but onions don't really last in our house. We use them a lot for a lot of different dishes. We have garlic, also stored in a cool, dry place. I usually store them with my onions. Garlic you can add to salad dressings. You can roast. We roasted some like 2 weeks ago and put it on top of homemade pizza. That was delicious. You can throw it in your grill packets. You can use it in your stir fries. You can use it in your sheet pan meals or your sheet pan roasted veggies. Eggplant. Eggplant is stored in the fridge. You can wrap it in like a paper towel or a dishcloth and then throw it in the fridge to kind of keep the moisture away. I have been experimenting a lot with eggplant this season. I love just frying it up in my air fryer and then using it for eggplant parm. But I've been trying some new recipes. Last week's recipe was, I think it was last week, was the eggplant meatballs. There was no meat in them. They were phenomenal. They never even made it to dinner and 2 of the 5 of us didn't get to enjoy them because my son and I ate them all. They were so yummy. So try them if you haven't tried them yet. There's also an eggplant dip, or you can simply fry them, roast it, throw them in grill packets. You got to pick 3 hot peppers. I picked poblanos. I'm pretty sure I'm going to stuff these. So poblanos are on the lighter side of hot. And I just wanted to try something different. So I picked poblanos, stored in the fridge, just like our other peppers. Any of our hot peppers are gonna be used to add heat to a dish, to add spice to a dish. So we can use them, we can roast them, we can add heat that way, we can add heat in a stir fry, we can add heat to a like pico de gallo or a guacamole or any of our sauces. If you remove the seeds and the membranes from the inside, then you're gonna get less heat. So if you want more heat, then include those in your recipe. We have regular peppers, sweet peppers. These are stored in the fridge in the crisper drawer. Delicious, just sliced on top of salad, sliced as a side, sliced as a snack. Sheet pan meals, veggie packets on the grill. Just added to a salad or added on top of a rice bowl. Lots of options there. And obviously like our yellow and our yellow, red, and orange ones add nice color to a dish. So if you like to add color, those are options there. Cucumber, stored in the fridge in your crisper drawer. Slice this up, eat it as a side, sprinkle a little sea salt on it, it'll bring that flavor out. You can add it to a salad. You can, pretty sure I have a cucumber salsa somewhere on the, if not, it's been in my mind to make. I'm pretty sure it's there. But it pairs really well with our fruit. You can do like a cucumber mango salsa or a cucumber peach. You can also just eat it as is, as a side. We got to pick cherry tomatoes. So our cherries get stored on the counter at room temperature. These we love to eat raw. I kind of munch on them throughout the day as a snack. You can roast them. There's a roasted cherry tomato recipe on the website. There's also I want to say I called it a tomato jam. That's wonderful. Our tomatoes have different flavors. So our beefsteak tomatoes, our heirloom tomatoes, our plum tomatoes, and our cherry tomatoes have slightly different flavor, but you can interchange them. So if you have a recipe that calls for plums or for the moisture content is gonna be a little bit different and the flavor is gonna be a little bit different, but I interchange them all the time. So I can make a big batch of roasted tomato sauce and use the cherries instead of our beefsteaks. But we slice them up. You can use them in pico de gallo. You can use them in a salsa. You can roast them and make a salsa. I know we posted a recipe. Someone asked for a roasted tomato salsa last week, I'm pretty sure, and I posted a recipe. Haven't tried it, but it looked really good. So that's options for our cherries. On the counter, storing for them. Spaghetti squash, stored in a cool, dry place. This will last for months. You can roast this, you can grill it. Basically, once you're done, you're gonna take a fork and turn it into spaghetti. It's great as a side or as a base for a tomato sauce. Great with pesto. If you have basil left over, make some pesto and do a pesto spaghetti squash. There are several recipes on the blog for this, so take a look at those. We have dandelion greens. Dandelion greens get stored in the fridge in a Debbie Meyer green bag. You can eat them raw, just as in a salad, or you can saute them. There's a recipe for, I think I called it maple bacon dandelion greens. Really good as a side. So check that out if you haven't tried that recipe. 2 more items. We have potatoes. These get stored in a cool, dry place away from our onions and away from our garlic. Great just roasted, great grilled, great sauteed on a pan, chopped up into cubes, sauteed in a pan. for like hash browns. You can shred them and make our potato wraps. You can use them in fritters. You can boil them and make mashed potatoes. You can also roast them and try our potato salad that was posted this season. So lots of options there. Last but not least, we have our edamame. So new this year, we haven't had this in this year's CSA season, and I'm pretty sure we did not have it last year, but we have had it in the past. You are going into the field and you're picking the edamame. You want to pick nice fat ones. If you go down to part of the field where a lot of people aren't, you will find a lot of these. So that's what I found. The further I walked away from everyone else, the easier it was to pick. But you want nice fat ones that bulge and you can see them and bulge out. And the outside you do not eat, it's the inside that you eat. So the easiest way to cook, well, you're gonna store them in the fridge, just like this, or in a Ziploc bag. And then the easiest way to eat them is to simply steam them and then use some sea salt on them. And they just, once they're steamed, they're a bright green color. I know they're already green, but you'll see them change a color. And then you just use your fingers and pop those beans right out, and they're delicious. So try those if you haven't tried them already. And that information on how to steam them and what to do is all in the email. So if you go to where it says edamame beans, Trisha gives you kind of a lowdown of what they are and information on them, and then it walks you through how to steam them, salt them, and use them that way. That is it for this season or this week. If you have any questions, make sure you post on our Facebook group. Tag me if it's specific to me that you want to answer. Make sure if you have any fun recipes that you are posting and sharing those on our Facebook group. And I will see you all again next week.